Hey guys, welcome to Strong Fit. This practice is designed with physically active people in mind, like the first practice of the day to limber everything up and activate the body. It will also work beautifully as a general practice.
Coming to the back of our mats, tucking our chin and rolling down through the spine, bent knees, and then restacking the vertebra one at a time. Let's repeat twice more, tucking the chin, peeling your spine away from an imaginary wall, flexing at the hips, and pressing through the balls of the feet to restack your spine. As you repeat this one more time, just notice if you're breathing or not. If the breath is flowing, if it's getting stuck, without really trying to change or fix anything, just observe to begin, noticing. Hands support the head and neck now and lift the top chest. Find that stretch. Draw your low belly in. And really feel the squeeze around your shoulder blades. Back to neutral and hip circles, rolling on the ball of the foot and drawing a big circle with your knee, your ankle, and your hip joint. And then changing leg. Just notice the breath. Swapping legs again and drawing that circle in the opposite direction. Bring your awareness into how that feels. Swapping legs, and again it's the opposite direction. Shaking out that tree, allowing your shoulders and hands to move with the bouncing on the balls of the feet. Feet together and drawing some big circles for our knees. Notice the breath. And then changing direction with those knee circles. Now a bigger circle for your hip, lifting the leg one at a time, drawing a nice circle in your hip joint and bringing your awareness into the body, noticing and adjusting to make it feel really beneficial for you. Now bouncing from the balls of the feet again, shaking out that tree. And knee to chest, rounding through the low back. Keep going, pressing the floor away with the opposite foot to lift the other knee. How's the breath? Step back a little bit for your push kicks. Lift the knee as high as you can and then extend the leg from the lifted knee. Exhale as you kick. Inhale as you swap legs. How's the breath going? Is it getting stuck anywhere? As we return to shaking out that tree at the back of our mat. Tucking our chin and rolling down through the spine. Take hold of the elbows, and they can be anywhere now for our Salamba Uttanasana. Your knees can be bent like mine are. Just think of slightly lifting those sit bones up. Change the interlace of the hands on the elbows. Bring the opposite hand on top. You'll notice I'm kind of bouncing a little bit here. Releasing the tension. Allowing the body to stretch down towards the floor. The sit bones to lift. Now walking our hands out into our down dog and stretching the sternum forward. Have a little rock and roll there, releasing the tension. And see if you can relax the lungs before the breath comes in and out. Rippling forward into our full or half plank. You can lower your knees, that's an option. And rocking forward and back now, warming up our abdominal muscles, our shoulders, and then pressing your thighs back into a down dog. Before rippling forward into salsa hips variation of our plank. You know the option to lower your knees if you need that. Just keep your muscles doing the work here. Find your down dog again. And right thigh to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, tiger curl, knee to the nose. Right foot to right thumb, lower the back knee. Press your hips forward and find that sweet spot where you're finding tightness and it feels like it's releasing. Option 2, take hold of the back foot, quadriceps stretch. See if you can relax the lungs. Release that foot, half splits. Shuffling the foot forward so the buttocks is over where the knee was. Can you press through the front heel down into the floor? Ankle under knee and twist with your knee on the floor or lifted. Breathe. Relax the lungs before the breath comes in and out. hand to the floor again, knee to the floor, and finding our second round of half split. We dig through the heel as we send the sit bones back. Keep breathing. Step back, knee to knee. Your variation of fist plank from the knees or toes, or simply a standard plank. You can rock forward and back. Now inhale, hands flat on the floor. Exhale, we round through the spine. 1 to 3 chaturangas. Keep that nice form, that beautiful strong plank. Inhale, sit bones move back. Exhale, vertebra round, belly stays engaged as we take our 1 to 3 chaturangas. Inhale, one more round, lengthen. Exhale, unfurling. Draw your shoulders back as your body moves forward. Now coming into a half up dog, knees on the floor. Slide back, hands under shoulders. Lift the top chest and then press into a bhujangasana with the elbows bent. Imagine you're rounding the low back. I know that's not going to happen, but really engage. Lower down, elbows under shoulders, ugly plank, round through your entire spine. Breathe freely now when we're holding. And then lowering back down, hands under shoulders, stretch your thighs and kneecaps away. Bow pose without taking hold of the feet. So lift the top chest first, using the strength of your back, then lift the knees. The hands are off the floor, like you're trying to round your low back. Hands under shoulders, slide your hips forward, full or half up dog. Belly lifts us back into our downward facing dog. Relax the top chest. One of our hands steps halfway down the mat, revolve down dog, or take hold of foot or ankle. And now exploring that shape on the other side. Are you getting the squeeze, the twist? Hands back into a down dog, then walking back into our forward folds. Knees are bent. And restacking our vertebra to come all the way back up to stand. Hands behind the head, round 2. And you can release one hand in your back bend, your upper body back bend. And then swap sides, swapping hands. Coming back to neutral, hands on the buttocks. This is our option 3. Flatten your buttocks down. You'll notice I'm basically S-shaping my spine first. The buttocks moves back, lift the top chest, and then the hips can move forward. We have a step 4 to walk hands down our thighs. like you're rounding your low back. If you think that, it will be protected most likely. Back to stand. Shake out that tree, shake out the tension in the body. Tucking your chin, rounding through your spine. And again, Salamba Uttanasana, any option that suits you. You can keep your knees bent, you can have your elbows on your thighs. I am stretching the mat between my feet here. That's really helpful for releasing the hips and down the sides of the legs. Swap what way you're holding the arms, so bring your opposite arm on top as you keep going, keep releasing the tension. What feels good for you? Coming into our down dog now. Rippling forward into full or half plank, walk your feet wider for shoulder taps. Keep your belly lifted and squeezing. Down dog, breathe. Press your thighs back, broaden through the back of your thighs. Rippling forward, full or half plank. One elbow lowers, then the other. Push up through the first hand and then the second. Then our second elbow lowers, we push up through that hand and we lower down with the opposite. It's much easier to watch this, you'll get it. Watch and do. Keep your belly squeezing, upper back in line with the shoulder blades. You're doing really well, guys. I know this is challenging. Now we're done with that, so downward facing dog. You really stretch your sternum forward. Left leg extends up to the sky. Little release there. Take a moment before your tiger curl. Knee to the nose. Step that left foot to the left thumb. Lower your back knee. Press your hip flexors forward. Breathe. So breath moving like a tide in our practice. Like we are the shore receiving the breath. Quadriceps stretch. When we think of relaxing before the breath comes in and out, it really facilitates the breath. Release that foot, half split option. So it will depend on your leg to torso ratio or length or, whatever that word is, how far you need to shuffle that foot forward. We're relaxing before the breath comes in and out here. And then ankle under knee, finding our beautiful twist. You should kind of feel a squeeze in the belly here. It's so close to the thigh. And that seems to be good for our digestion in yoga, twists. And when the thigh is close to the belly, etc. Even if it's not touching. Hands back to the floor. Second round of half split. So back length is first. Your knee can even be bent. That's fine. Think of that tide of breath coming in and out. Knee to knee, fist to the floor, your variation of fist plank. An option to lift one leg and then the other. Getting the glute squeeze now. It's a good, strong plank. Lowering our knees, prayer pose with our hands and unfurls, 2 push-ups, 1 to 3. 3 rounds of 1 to 3. So inhale, we lengthen. Exhale in your own time, unfurl, and 1 to 3. And continuing with that. Now really press the floor away actively with the back of your hands. Stepping our hands under our shoulders, full or half plank, full or half chaturanga, full or half up dog. Shoulders away from ears. Slide back, hands under shoulders. Now mindful, this is simply an option from Bhujangasana to lift one hand and then the other. We really need to press the hips forward and imagine we're rounding the low back. Keep going, swapping arms. Hands under shoulders. And your variation of Dhanurasana. You take hold of those feet and stretch the thighs away. That's step 1. Step 2, lift the top chest. Step 3, lift the knees. How does it feel? And then lowering down, cheek to one side, elbows under shoulders. Full ugly plank. Can we lift the knees? Rounding through the spine. Keep the top chest relaxing. We're holding. Then lowering our knees to the floor. Press back up. Full or half up dog. Sternum lifts. And back to our down dog. Really activating our hands in our downward facing dog. They push the floor away. Revolve down dog, your option. Hand to the center of the mat or foot or ankle. And other side. Bring your awareness into how it feels in the body. Down dog again. And walking our feet back to our hands back to our feet to come all the way slowly unfurling to stand. Sticking the bum out first so that you could call it a C shape or an S shape for the spine. The bum sticks back and the top chest lifts, and then we move the hips forward once the top chest lifts. I'm releasing one hand back. Belly squeezes, come to stand. And whenever you're ready, repeat that on the other side. So sending the sit bones back first, like we're bowing the back, to get that lift in the upper body. And then we neutralize our low back, swapping hands. Squeezing your belly to come to stand. Now slap kick. As we swing one leg forward and slap the hand, move mindfully to limber up. So using this for fitness and to release our hamstrings and our hips and our legs. So explore your way through that. Keep going, keep breathing. Hands on our hips and drawing a nice circle for our hips and changing direction. Now rolling back down through the spine to find our Salamba Uttanasana again. Maybe we're limbered up a little bit more and we can think of releasing the glutes and allowing the sit bones to lift. Our glutes lift from the feet pressing down. Walking our hands back out into our Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stretch your sternum forward. And then lowering our knees for Balasana. Bring your awareness into your hips, your hip flexors. Allow yourself to be breathed almost. Puppy pose. I love this one for the squeeze around the shoulder blades. We often hold tension there behind our hearts, or because we're keeping our shoulders lifted. And then pressing back up, stepping the left foot out to the side for our rolling panda option. Now we can come into a simple thread the needle if you prefer. Think of slightly rounding through the upper back to release that tension. It's more of a sensation. And then swapping sides. Step your foot into the fireplace if you need to. I'm bringing my right hand behind my left buttocks, just getting more of a twist. Twists are very good for the spine, for most people's spine. Are we allowing the breath flow? simply by relaxing the top chest. Then noticing the tide of breath come in and out. Release this slowly. Come over onto your back for some abdominal work now. Rolling halfway back, belly squeezes, sit up tall. So Pilates half rollbacks. So we roll back, exhale, inhale, we pause, exhale, roll back up, and inhale at the top again. Keep going. We really want to bring those hips towards the ribs and keep the belly squeezed when we're sitting back. And when we're lifting up, squeeze the belly. Doing that again. Rolling all the way back down, one vertebra at a time is our step 2 option. For full roll-ups with a hamstring stretch or half rollbacks. So either come halfway back or come all the way to the floor. Just move one vertebra at a time, nice controlled action. Inhale, hands over the head. Exhale, belly squeezes. Inhale, we're actually rounding in this Pilates version as we stretch out over the legs. So in your own time, with your own breath, big belly squeeze to come all the way up. It should feel really nice. Now back to more of a yoga stretch, Paschimottanasana, which is a seated forward fold. And I'm using a block. You could use anything or nothing. In fact, you can keep the knees bent. The spine is the first priority here, or it's very important that there's no pain. Limbering up, so move in a way that facilitates that. And slowly coming out. Rolling back down through your spine halfway, hands and fists, and rotating from side to side. This is a nice abdominal activation. Keep pressing those hands together strongly. Keep the back rounded as you move from side to side, rotating through the torso. Come back to seated just for a little rest and roll halfway back. And again, fists together, rotating from side to side. Make sure it feels good. The low back is slightly rounding here. The belly is really engaged. So think of tightening the belly and allowing the breath into the sides and backs of the ribs and lungs. In Pilates very often. Sit up tall again. One more round. Halfway back and rotating from side to side. No worries if you can only do 5. Take a little break and go right back to it. That's fine. Steps. Take steps, manageable steps, but keep going. That's how we get stronger with anything. Just adding another rep, another 2 reps the next day, whatever it is, just keep building. We're sitting up nice and tall again before rolling back down through the spine very slowly, one vertebra at a time. The belly is as tight as a drum. That's quite challenging, that one. Right knee in towards the chest. Back to our yoga breathing and swap legs. Knee to the chest, right leg again. Interlace hand behind thigh and point and flex that foot. pressing our thigh forward, everting and inverting the ankle now, and circles. Keep that breath flowing by releasing the tension. We're changing direction with those circles, then foot to the sky, buttocks to the floor. You can take hold of the calf and draw the leg to you, or take hold of the back of the thigh. Release that foot and sweep your leg across the body into a nice little twist. The tide of the breath comes in and out. Back to the center, hug the left knee in towards the chest. And as we interlace hands behind thigh, pointing and flexing, we're really pressing the thigh into the hands. Your leg might be bent, so we're everting and inverting now. It's fine if the leg is bent, the hamstring will still release. Circles with our toes for the ankle now. And changing direction with those circles. Keeping your buttocks on the floor. Foot to the sky. Draw your leg back into the socket. And then you can take hold of calf or thigh. As you draw the leg to you, press the thigh away. Now your twist. Breathe, notice. Invite your jaw and your face to relax and receive the energy of your practice. And then hands on your knees, some big circles in your hip joints again. I really like working my hips. Move those circles in the opposite direction. Happy baby variation. Take hold of thighs or big toes. We're lengthening the back. And then cross your right foot on your left thigh and bring that left foot towards you, bringing it towards you and releasing in our figure of four glute stretch. Pause. Maybe there's little pulses, but press the thigh away of that top, the knee away, that top foot. Find the release. Bring that foot to the floor. Swap sides with our figure of four glute release. We're moving the leg closer to us and further away. And then pulsing. Feeling that squeeze around the glute, around the hip. The releasing of tension. Back foot to the floor. Windshield wiper your legs from side to side. What feels like a release for you? So the mindfulness starts with noticing the sensations in our body. Take a full body stretch. And then lengthen your tailbone away and coming into a Shavasana. Allowing the body to rest. Allowing ourselves to be. And imagine that your body is heavy. and it's lying on memory foam. Can you allow your body to sink into that? So notice if you're holding the body up anywhere. And instead allow it to ungrip. For the imaginary memory foam to support you. Notice if there's any gripping around the face, the jaw, the scalp. Just spend a few moments exploring the tension. You can invite it without forcing it to relax, but really noticing is the most important part. Noticing any tension now in the rest of the body. Maybe we invite it to release, or maybe we simply notice.